Hey everybody. Hey, I was sitting here having my new favorite drink, which is cold brew coffee. This one actually comes from Kalamazoo Coffee Company, the Backpackers blend, mixed with chocolate protein powder, which is, forget about it. Anyways, I was reminded of a time not that long ago. We were doing a little bit of traveling and I stopped at a Dunkin' Donuts to get a cold brew coffee. And it was an Indian couple that was operating this particular coffee shop. And I approached the counter, and when what I asked for wasn't on the menu board, the woman became confused. It was pretty clear she didn't speak English very well, although she did speak it somewhat. And I just asked for a cold brew coffee, and she looked at me puzzled. And her husband came up to the counter because he could see her confusion. And asked me what it was that I wanted, and I asked if they had any cold brew coffee. And I'll never forget what happened next. He looked at her and I swear said literally the exact same thing that I did, which was cold brewed coffee. But he said it in a slightly different accent, and she looked at him and you could tell that she understood. And she reached down into the fridge and she got it and, poured my cup, and I was on my way. And it just struck me, it really grabbed me, that although it seemed like he said the same thing that I did, it was in a tone that was familiar to her, and it oriented her amidst the confusion. And I was just grabbed by the spiritual reality that each one of us has that very same thing. We've been given a specific tone and a specific resonance in our words and in our hearts that just attunes to certain people. All of us have been given a tone of influence with some people, a tone of calm with some people. All of us have the ability to influence people that other people maybe can't, or who may be confused or angry or hurt at the certain time. And I remember thinking, I can't wait to share that with the River Peeps, to remind you that you have a voice that God has given you to influence the people around you for good, and that you can affect people in ways that other people can't, even though it may seem like you're saying the exact same thing. So I want to use you and encourage you to use your voice, to use your words, to use your influence for good, especially in the times where we find ourselves. And I want to remind you, there's people that you can affect that nobody else can.